Can the spin of a coin in the air have an unfortunate impact on a team's fate for decades? The Phoenix Suns have been one of the NBA's most exciting stories since 1968. They've reached the conference finals exactly 6 times and the NBA finals 3 times. Yet despite all this, they still haven't won a championship. Many stars have come and gone, and perhaps some legends were born, but sadly, hearts have been broken time and time again. Today's Suns are the culmination of all those bold and ruthless decisions made over the years. Throughout this video, I want to discuss those 10 critical moments that forever changed the franchise's history. Without further ado, let's start with number 10. Number 10, the dark cloud over the desert. 39 years ago, in the spring of 1987, Phoenix awoke to chaos. A grand jury indicted both active and former players on charges related to substance abuse. Star player Walter Davis testified in exchange for immunity, causing the franchise to lose a great deal of its reputation. Fears that the team would move to another city had now become a reality, and Jerry Colangelo bought the team for approximately $44 million and dismantled the roster. Had it not been for this scandal, perhaps a complete rebuild wouldn't have been necessary at all. However, this low point laid the groundwork for the next major resurgence. Number 9, the $4 billion takeover. Robert Sarver's 18-year tenure unfortunately came to an ugly end amid investigations into racism and workplace misconduct. In December 2022, Matt Ishbia announced that he had agreed to purchase the team for $4 billion. This figure surpassed the amount paid for the Brooklyn Nets, making it the largest sale in NBA history at the time. Keep in mind that Sarver had purchased the team in 2004 for just $401 million. Ishbia demonstrated from day one that he was an owner ready to put nearly his entire arsenal on the table. This decision may have paved the way for every risky move that followed. Number 8, the Cinderella story from the desert. 50 years ago in 1976, a seemingly ordinary team with 42 wins managed to defeat the defending champion Golden State and advance to the finals. Game 5 at Boston Garden was an epic battle that went into 3 overtimes and is still considered one of the greatest games in history. The Suns lost 128-126 and ultimately fell in the series in 6 games. But that night, Phoenix had transformed into a basketball city, and the franchise was forever etched in history thanks to this incredible series. Number 7, the closest they've ever come to the top. In the 2020 bubble, the team went 8-0, brought in Chris Paul, and soared to new heights under Monty Williams. In 2021, the Suns started the final series with a 2-0 lead. Then Milwaukee won 4 straight games, and the championship slipped through their fingers. The following season brought a franchise record 64 wins, but the summit was never that close again. This was likely the Suns' most heartbreaking near miss at a championship. Number 6, the signing that hypothecated the future. In February 2023, just 1 week into his tenure, Ishbia brought in Kevin Durant. Of course, the price was steep. Michael Bridges, Cam Johnson, and 4 unprotected first-round picks were sent to Brooklyn. Then Bradley Beal arrived, and a dazzling super trio was formed. However, in the 2024 playoffs, Minnesota swept the Suns 4-0. The team couldn't even manage a single playoff win. And in the summer of 2025, Durant was traded to Houston. This risk effectively mortgaged the franchise's future draft picks for years to come. Number 5, the move that revitalized a franchise. By February 1988, in the aftermath of the scandal, the Suns had taken a huge risk by trading away their all-star in exchange for the young Kevin Johnson, Mark West, and draft picks. One of those picks was Dan Majurel, and Kevin Johnson officially burst onto the scene, earning the Most Improved Player award. As a result, the Suns racked up at least 53 wins every season for 7 consecutive seasons, from 1988 to 1995. A franchise that had been in dire straits managed to claw its way back to life with this single move. Number 4, a name etched into the heart of the city. Exactly 11 years ago in 2015, the Suns selected Devin Booker with the 13th overall pick, almost unnoticed. In fact, no one knew a franchise icon was being born. At the age of 20, on March 24, 2017, he became the youngest player to score 70 points at Boston Garden. In February 2025, he surpassed Walter Davis' nearly 40-year-old record of 15,666 points to become the team's all-time leading scorer. Ultimately, stars came and went, but Booker remained. The franchise's modern identity was built on his loyalty. Number 3, the sun in the center of the desert. On June 17, 1992, the Suns acquired Charles Barkley from Philadelphia. In exchange, Jeff Hornacek, Tim Perry, and Andrew Lang were sent to Philadelphia. Barkley won the MVP award in his first season, and the team set a league record with 62 wins under head coach Paul Westphal. Of course, as you know, they lost to Jordan's Bulls in the 1993 finals in 6 games on John Paxson's last-second three-pointer. Barkley transformed Phoenix into a true championship contender. It's likely that without that trade, the brilliant era of the 90s would never have happened. Number 2, the comeback that rewrote the game. 22 years ago in 2004, the Suns brought back Steve Nash, whom they had once drafted, on a 6-year, $63 million contract. A team that had won 29 games suddenly surged to 62 wins, a jump of 33 games. Thus, the 7 seconds or less era with Mike D'Antoni was born. Nash won back-to-back MVP awards in 2005 and 2006. Essentially, a championship never materialized, but the entire NBA copied this pace and this three-point revolution. The Suns didn't win a title, but they won the future of the game. Number 1, destiny in the air. And yes, we've reached number 1. On March 19, 1969, the Suns in Milwaukee decided to flip a coin over the phone to determine the first overall pick. The prize was the most dominant player of his era, Lou Alcindor. I'm talking about the future Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Colangelo left the decision up to the fans. In a poll conducted by the newspaper, heads was chosen. The coin was tossed, it landed on tails, and thus the Suns lost. That day became known as Black Wednesday in Phoenix. Kareem went to Milwaukee and managed to win a championship within 3 years. The Suns, meanwhile, selected Neil Walk with the 2nd overall pick. Perhaps an entire dynasty slipped through their fingers because of a single coin toss, and the franchise went on to endure many difficult years. That's why the moment that most altered the franchise's history was, in fact, an unlucky coin toss that they failed to win. After discussing these 10 critical moments that have had the greatest impact on Suns history, I'd like to briefly add this. Today, Devin Booker is still the star of the desert. Jordan Ott is ushering in a new era, and Ishbia is still chasing that first championship. The biggest question here is, will this franchise finally end its 57-year championship drought? Now, I'd like to hand it over to you. Be sure to post your own ranking in the comments. And if you like the video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, because this channel will keep bringing you content you'll love, and I'll continue to be with you throughout the season. See you again in the next video.